How can we buy pre-foreclosed homes using the subject to method? I thought you would never ask. Let's jump into it. Welcome back to REI Simplified. I'm your host, Adam Johnson, where we break down complex real estate situations and scenarios for people like me and you, the beginning investor. One of the questions I get pretty frequently on Facebook is pre-foreclosures. How do we go after them? When we get to them, how do we negotiate terms? What are the terms? What are the timelines? What are the legalities? There's a lot going on, a lot to unpack. So first thing first, let's talk about pre-foreclosure and what it is. So generally speaking, I'm going to say general because every mortgage company has their own guidelines and limitations, okay? So generally speaking, when a homeowner has not paid their mortgage payment for at least 30 days, they begin getting letters from the mortgage company saying that they're late, that they're behind, and they need to pay this amount to include additional fees and all this other stuff, right? They won't accept partial payments. They only want the full amount due, and so on and so forth. They start sending these scary letters to hopefully motivate the homeowner to catch up the mortgage, and everyone continues on with their business. Okay, so I have seen some mortgage companies that start issuing those letters out, as little as 30 days when a homeowner was late, and then it may go for a few more months before they finally hire attorneys, foreclosure attorneys, to reach out to the homeowner and begin that negotiating process. Again, kind of giving hard deadlines and really putting the homeowner kind of their back to the wall of either pay up or get out. And I understand that. I totally understand that, especially as a rental homeowner. I have a lot of renters, so I understand if they don't pay, they got to go. I totally get that concept. But what can you do as an investor? How can you help these people? So let's get back into the timeline. I've seen mortgage companies, issue those foreclosures relatively quickly in 3, 4, 5 months. I've seen certain mortgage companies that allow the homeowner not to pay for over 15 months. And what happened with that case was they allowed that homeowner to take those 15 months of missed payments, put it on the back of their loan and restructure the loan so they didn't not pay for those 15 months. They're gonna pay for those 15 months plus interest over the next 30 years. So not the best financial thing that homeowner could have done, but they still have their house. Excuse me. So now, how can you attack foreclosures as a subject to home buyer? Okay, the most important thing to the banks is that they get paid. It's that simple. They get paid. The problem with pre-foreclosure properties is if they went 3 or 4 months or longer, we're talking about sometimes $8, $10, $12, $15, $20,000 are behind that are owed to their mortgage company. What the mortgage company usually does in a pre-foreclosure is they say, for example, they'll say, you have until April the 15th to pay in full, or we're going to put the house up for auction. That's simple. So me as a real estate investor, and if I get that phone call from the homeowner and they said, hey Adam, we don't know what to do. The bank says we have until April the 15th to catch our mortgage up. What can we do? At that point, I'm gonna start asking my questions. Obviously, I'm gonna send my seller questionnaire, and that questionnaire I'm gonna get back that they're, let's say, $15,000 behind on their mortgage. Okay. So when I get that number back and I get the timeline, I can start evaluating the property, and many factors come into play. In the event, for me, the way I assess a property, especially a pre-foreclosure, is how much equity is in the home. Usually I don't care about equity when it comes to buying homes subject to, but if I have to front, in this case, $15,000, there better be at least $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 of equity in that home. So what happens with pre-foreclosure, if a homeowner calls me and they say, Adam, we're $15,000 behind, if I want to purchase that property, the first thing we have to do is bring that mortgage current. So when I structure the terms with the homeowner, obviously everything's gonna be contingent upon me paying that mortgage. So what I do in those instances, if I have to front that $15,000, obviously I structure in my contracts how the homeowner will pay me back at least a portion of that. You don't want to lose full $15,000. But if that house is sitting on $35,000, $45,000, $50,000, I have no problem fronting money to catch the mortgage up, so I could take it over, either get renters in there, cash out refi, or sell it for a quick flip. So just a quick recap when it comes to trying to purchase homes subject to through pre-foreclosure. What is pre-foreclosure? Pre-foreclosure means that the mortgage company has hired attorneys to go after the homeowner, threatening them to pay to catch the mortgage up to be current. In the event they don't catch the mortgage up to be current on the date set by the attorneys, at that point the home is in foreclosure, and it usually goes to auction or something of that nature. For me to buy that property, subject to in a pre-foreclosure situation, I have to catch that mortgage up. If it's $3,000, $5,000, $20,000, whatever it is, it has to make sense, first of all, with the way I run my numbers. But I have to catch that mortgage up, and then and only then we do the quit claim deed. We have the property, we have an asset making us money with new renters, new Airbnb guests, or we're gonna flip it, sell it, and be on our way to the next property. So I hope that was a lot of information. Hope you got something out of that. Please like, share, subscribe, send it to a buddy. Why not? It's free. Check out my website, reisimplified.co. Tons of free resources on there. Also courses and classes we offer to help you get started in your real estate investing journey. Until we meet, until we have a consultation, until I see you on social media again, my name is Adam Johnson in Clarksville, Tennessee. See you guys later.